Hello, everyone. Thank you all the attendees for joining us today. I hope you all have begun networking. Before we begin the webinar, I'm going to play a short video of Sungrow's achievements so far and its journey so far. Can we play the video now? A very good afternoon to all of you. I am Meenakshi Shekhawat, welcoming you all on behalf of Solar Quarter and First View Group to our webinar on 1+X Modular Inverter, leading the next generation PV plant. So before starting today's webinar, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank and welcome our partner for this event, Sungrow. With over 25 years of experience in the development and production of photovoltaic inverter technology, Sungrow has proved to be world's most bankable inverter brand. Sungrow is committed to providing clean power for all and is steadfast in its efforts to becoming the global leader of clean power conversion technology. And now, without further delay, I would like to introduce our presenter for this webinar, Mr. Stevio Song, Overseas Solution Engineer. Welcome on screen, Mr. Stevio.
Hello, good morning, afternoon, everyone. Welcome to join the webinar. It's great to be here with you today. Let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Stevio, and I'm the Overseas Solution Engineer at Sungrow. I'm very happy to have a chance to introduce our outstanding product, 1+X Modular Inverter, to you. So let me share my screen first. Okay, so here's an overview of this presentation. So this presentation is divided into 4 parts. I would like to begin with the first part, Sungrow company introduction, business achievements and growth. And then I would like to move on to the advantages of modular inverter solution in EMEA region. And then we are going to watch a video, 1+X modular inverter video. And last, we will have a Q&A session. If you have any questions, I'm pleased to answer them at the end of the question. At the end of the presentation, you can post your question in the chat box. Okay, so let's join the Sungrow trip and enjoy the flowing time. Sungrow focuses on renewable energy equipment and system solutions of solar energy, wind energy, energy storage, hydrogen energy, electric vehicle, and charging essential. We were established in 1997. The next year, we provided our inverter product for Southern Xinjiang Railway project. In 2003, we invented our first grid-connected inverter. In 2015, the efficiency of Sungrow inverters widely hit 99%. In 2019, the installed capacity of inverter equipment was more than 100 gigawatts globally. The next part is our mission, vision, and values. Our mission is clean power for all. Our vision is to be the global leader of clean energy conversion technology. Our values are sincere and pragmatic, precise and open, and customer-oriented. Here are top 10 businesses of our company: PV inverter, renewable energy investment and development business, energy storage converter and system, wind energy converter, and EV charging system, floating PV system, smart operation and maintenance, electric vehicle charging equipment, intelligent PV cleaning robot, and renewable hydrogen production system. This top 10 business map shows that Sungrow is committed to leading the clean energy conversion technology. Here is the revenue part. The PV inverter ships ranked #1 globally for 4 consecutive years and #1 nationally for 10 consecutive years. See pictures below. From 2019 to 2021, the amount of revenue and the PV inverter shipment has increased rapidly. The amount of PV inverter shipment in 2021 was 47 gigawatts. Our great achievement in revenue comes from our powerful research and innovation ability. Many national standards formulation of related industry were presided over by Sungrow. We also attached importance of patents, and more than 850 of them are for invention. Sungrow is not only proud of achievement in research and innovation, but also provide professional integrated service for our clients. There are more than 60 service centers, 180 service partners, and 110 warehouses over the world. Due to our powerful sales network, we promise to our customers that we will respond to our clients within 48 hours for overseas business. Here is the market expansion. As of December 2021, we are the world's most backable inverter brand with more than 224 gigawatts installed. More than 150 countries and areas has installed Sungrow products, and over 160 countries and areas registered the trademark of Sungrow. Moving from the global market to the MENA region, the Middle East and North Africa, the share of market in this region of our product is nearly 60%. Here are some projects I would like to show to our audience. The first one is a project which was established in Anjara. The capacity is 168 megawatt. Next one is a project whose capacity is 142 megawatts, which was built in Egypt. Next one is a project with capacity of 1,600. This is the largest utility project in KSA. The next one is a project with 150 megawatts. It is also the largest utility project in UAE. Next one, we provided product for UAE. This is a 900 megawatt project. The last final one is a project which was built in, which would be built in Oman, and this is the biggest PV project in this country. Okay, I'd like to move on to the second part of this presentation, the advantages of modular inverter solution in MENA region. Let's think about next generation central inverter designation. In 2020, Sungrow released our central inverter product, SG3125 HV. The amount of shipment has reached more than 24 gigawatts. During the application of this product, we still find some aspects that we could refine. The first point is that the feeding type goes down. The other point is that some factors require the power plant to be more refined in design, such as complex terrains, different optical block size in different countries, ESS capacity, and the multiple block size due to irregular length. There's also a trend that the ultra-large PV plants is surging, which poses requirements for the operation and maintenance to be more convenient. When faults happen in the system, it may affect much of the project, so the maintenance and replacement time would be longer. Professionals are needed as well, and the spare parts, the number of spare parts would be larger. To tackle the problems above, our company promoted 1+X Modular Inverter in 2021. It combines the advantages of string inverters and central inverters. The power of single unit is 1.1 megawatts, and the maximum number of units in this for this product is 8. The main characteristics of this inverter is modularization, such as inverter system and component modularization. Along with this project, Sungrow could provide package solution. Let's take SG8800 UD MV20 as an example. With this solution, we provide inverters, transformer, RMU, and so on. It is a 8.8 megawatt block. We also could supply smart combiner boxes. Between the smart combiner boxes and the inverter is a wireless communication. Here are the advantages of this modular system solution: flexible and convenient, safe and reliable, strong grid support, and save cost. 1.1 megawatt modular unit up to 8.8 megawatt block makes power plant design more flexible Each 1.1 megawatt unit has one MPD input, and it is 3 times as large as the central inverters of other supplies. The block capacity, configuration is flexible. We could provide 1.1, 2.2, 3.3, 4.4, 6.6, and 8.8 megawatt configuration. So the block capacity is it's flexible. We could provide it for different area and different terrain. System modular makes DC configuration more flexible. The maximum number of input for the combiner box is 24, and reaching DC-AC ratio up to 2.0. The 1+X modular system has a DC coupling interface, which is for BES extension, which helps to save much cost for the project. From component to system, the modular design makes operation and maintenance more convenient. From the left picture, in the component level, key components are in modular design, such as capacitor, IGBT, and fan. So specialists are not needed in the project site. The operation and maintenance efficiency could be improved up to 70%. In the middle picture, in the unit level, we also provide backup inverter on the project site. Even faults happen in some inverters. Other inverters could work independently and could also operate normally. Inverters with fault could be replaced directly. The operation and maintenance efficiency could be improved. In the right picture, the 1+X modular inverter and PCS share the same platform. Around 90% components are common. So the spare parts catalog could be reduced up to 50%. Compared with the traditional hardwired RS485 communication, the wireless communication between inverter and combiner box helps to save network cost. The label cost, the label wiring cost, and the cable cost, the operation and maintenance cost, and troubleshooting cost could be saved as well. In a block, the maximum number of combiner box which could communicate with inverter is 50. The communication distance between the inverter and combiner box is 1 kilometer at most. The networking could be built automatically. Between blocks, the maximum number of frequencies between blocks is 64. The communication module has auto frequency hopping function, so the interference of specific frequency could be prevented and without crosstalk. We don't need to worry about the failure of individual combiner box nodes, since the RS485 module has mesh networking function. The remote web configuration and upgrade could be realized. Self-constructed grid for pre-commission is one of typical functions for 1+X, where string inverters don't have this such function. Here's a simple illustration of this function. In the early construction of PV grid, the side of grid in the early stage of PV plant construction, the side of grid is not able to provide electricity, so most equipment could not be powered and commissioned. 1+X modular inverter with this kind of function could power the equipment by working at the voltage mode. So with this function, construction and commission work could be done at once, and the construction pace could be accelerated on the project site. Here's another option called, here's another function called real-time DC parallel arc detection. The fault could be detected within 150 milliseconds, and switches would be disconnected within 20 milliseconds. In terms of the synchronized linkage, when faults happen, the combiner box sends fault signal to the inverter, and other switches of combiner boxes would be disconnected for safety. 1+X modular inverter also has an intelligent string diagnosis and is capable of positioning precisely and troubleshoot rapidly of string problems in the PV plant. Here are some advantages below: more accurate and faster, same effect as professional scanner, and more convenient and economical. IP65 protection enables 1+X to adapt to multiple harsh environments and is realized by the design of cavity. See the first picture in the left. There are two cabinets. Two cabinets are designed in the cavity. One is a sealed electronic cabinet, and the other one is for heat dissipation. With this kind of configuration, the electronic components will not be influenced by the heat in the unit. The reactor and the high protection fan in the heat dissipation cavity helps to convect heat. The middle picture describes the direct ventilation of the ventilation for the cavity. 1+X modular inverter has a short air duct. In the left is a hot air in the left air intake, and the cold air is shown by the blue with blue. This heat dissipation design helps to inverters to be more convenient to parallel. The next picture illustrates the heat exchanger ventilation for the electronic cavity. The air-to-air heat exchanger is installed in the top of the cabinet. Dust will be isolated from entering the equipment to ensure IP65 protection. Our industry-leading grid support technologies also meet new power system requirements. Stable operation under ICR equals to 1.018 weak grid. EHV continuous HVRT without off-grid, and fast response to grid schedule. 1+X, the leading technology solution, makes lower LCOE, the high power density, the big block, ISVG replacement, the modular design, wireless communication, and intelligent diagnosis in the end makes the LCOE to be reduced for our project. Our products also meet the global standards for inverters, such as IEC. Here is a part of the IEC certificates we have got already. There are a few things I would like you to take away from this presentation. 1.1 to 8.8 megawatt block size, the flexible design, ESS capacity enables the 1+X modular inverter to be more flexible and convenient. IP65 protection and real-time DC arc detection, guaranteeing the safety and reliability of this product. Stable operation, faster response, helps the inverter to support the grid. The high power density and big block size, ISVG replacement, enables the product to be more cost saving for our developers. Thank you. That's all for this presentation. I could stop sharing my screen. Okay. So.
Thank you, Stevio, for this very insightful presentation. I would like to take this moment to remind all our attendees to post their questions in the Q&A chat box on the bottom of the screen. Mr. Stevio will try to take them up, as many as he can answer. We'll now take a quick quick look at a sum up video of the 1+X modular inverter. Can we play the 1+X solution inverter video, please?
In the new age of integrating PV power generation and energy storage, Sungrow has launched a 1+X solution for large utility plants to significantly innovate traditional inverters and thereby promoting high-quality development of innovative power grids. 1.1 megawatts modular units can separate up to 8.8 megawatts support on-demand configuration and flexible combination. Multiple MPPTs adapt to different regions and terrains, and PV plants can be designed more flexibly, thereby improving power generation efficiency. A combiner box supports 16 to 24 inputs, reaching a DC-AC ratio up to 2.0. The solution supports 1 to 4 hours DC coupling energy storage system, deeply integrated with PV power generation. Plug-and-play modularized component designs eliminate the need for professional maintenance personnel, improving maintenance efficiency by 70%. In case of a fault, the fault inverter unit can be easily replaced by spare unit without impacting on other operating units. This improves the uptime rate and reduces power generation loss by 95%. PV power generation and energy storage are designed on the same platform. Up to 90% versatile parts and 50% fewer component types, simplifying spare parts management. Dual independent cavities design, including direct ventilation for power cavity and heat exchanger ventilation for electronic cavity, makes the whole inverter with IP65 ingress protection applicable for all weather and adapts to variety environments. Intelligent IV scan. One key diagnosis. Accurate fall location. Easy data export. Brings efficient and convenient O&M, improves power generation and plant safety. Real-time DC arc detection. Realizing quick disconnection and synchronous linkage for automatic fault removal. Plants can operate stably in weak power grids with an SCR value of 1.018. Reactive response within 20 milliseconds, far shorter than required in national grid codes. No disconnections occurred during UHV continuous high and low voltage ride-through tests. The solution was the first in the PV industry to pass the Qinghai-Henan UHV tests. The inverter can communicate with combiner boxes over a wireless connection, which reduces cabling expenses and lowers the initial investment. Higher power density, larger block size, lower watt cost of MV station. The self-grid construction solution shortens the construction and commissioning period, brings earlier grid connection and more power generation. The solution uses a device to disconnect the medium voltage transformer to avoid no load loss at night, reducing electricity costs. Specializing in conversion of clean power, Sungrow continuously drives industrial development through innovations and mines the benefits of integrating PV power generation and energy storage to accelerate the advent of a zero-carbon future.
We are now ready to take our questions up from our attendees. Stevio, I am going to
Yes.
put out the first question to you.
Okay.
The first question to us is by Uday. He says, when you say a spare inverter, will that be kept at site? Please elaborate on this.
So please wait a moment. I have some question for my equipment. Sorry.
Dear attendees, I'd also like
Hello.
to take this moment to remind you all to keep networking in the chat box.
Hello.
Yes, we have Mr. Stevio back with us. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm from Sungrow service team, so I can reply this question since it's for the spare parts. Okay. So actually, you know, we are having the modular design inverter, so we are having the 1.1 megawatt inverter unit for the inverter. So regarding the spare parts, you can have different solution. So if it's a small project, which is maybe 10 megawatt or 20 megawatt, normally we recommend to buy some spare parts for the component level, which means the IGBT, the capacitor, or this kind of components. But if it's a big project like a 50 megawatts or 100 megawatts or gigawatt megawatts, considering the capacity of the project, we recommend to buy some extra inverter units, like 1.1 megawatt inverter unit on site to have a faster replacement when there is a fault. This is our recommendation for the spare parts. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that. I will take up our next question. When you say the inverter is suitable for harsh condition, do you mean it's suitable for C4 and C5 condition as well?
Right, it's C5 for the inverter.
Okay. Now we have our next question. Who could be the combiner box communicate if the project is located in rural area where there is no signal in the area?
I'm sorry, you mean the wireless communication, right?
Yes.
Actually, the wireless communication do not need other signal. It's just a communication between the inverter and the combiner box. So we have a host module in the inverter, and we have the slave module in the combiner box. So all the communication is between them only. You do not need other device to ensure the signals stability or kind of request.
Thank you, Stevio, for that. We'll take last of a few questions. What is the minimum and maximum temperature 1+X inverter can handle?
The minimum is 30 minus 35, and then the maximum is 60. So which it can be available for the global market from the Middle East, very high temperature and the high dust, and also to the Europe or the North American very cold region. Our inverter can hold all the conditions.
All right, Stevio, I have 2-3 questions from our attendees who had registered with us and had posted our questions on our website. So he is asking about how the Sungrow inverter is better than the others available in the market in case of handling higher current.
I'm sorry, you just mentioned how Sungrow inverter sorry, can you repeat it? I'm not.
Yes, sure. So he's asking us how the Sungrow inverter is better than the others in the market in case of handling a higher current.
Okay, higher current. I think you mean the PV module. Now, recent 2 years, we have the new PV module with 500 watt peak and 600 watt peak module. Actually, for the inverter, I mean the Oneplus X, we can be compatible with both 500 watt peak PV module and also 600 PV module, because we just mentioned that we have the combiner box, which can handle maximum 24 inputs and 35 ampere, and for the 600 watt peak module, the current is normally 16 or 17 ampere. So even with the this current, our swing combined box with 35 ampere can cover this module input. So also for the inverter input, we have the 400 ampere and 500 ampere input. So it will also cover the high current module connection. So that's how the inverter can handle the high current PV module.
Well, these are all the questions we have. I'm just going to take a look at any new questions we have for you. So Bhavesh Kumar is asking, what about the technical supports of 1+X modular inverter?
I'm sorry, but I cannot get the point. What do you mean by the technical support? I didn't get the point. I'm sorry.
We'll try to answer that after the webinar is over, Bhavesh. Thank you, Stevio. That's all the questions we have for now. And any unanswered questions, we will be answering over the email or in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stevio, for this wonderful webinar. Thank you, everyone, for extending your time and support for the event. We promise to come back to you with more exciting topics very soon. Thank you. Thank you, Stevio. Thank you, Max. I think we got what we needed. These were the only questions that seemed like, you give an answer for. I hope it was okay.
Sorry, madam.
I hope the question, the Q&A round was okay.
Yeah, we are satisfied with it. Even some questions we don't get the point, we would try to collect these questions and then have a chance to respond to them via email, if possible.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.